Alrighty, so I wanted to do a real quick video on how to set up a Google Meet for a reoccurring Google Meet for your class. That way, it will, as soon as the students RSVP, it'll give them a notification, whatever time limit you set before your class. And so the students will get a notification on their phone. They can click the notification or to pop up on Chrome, their Chromebooks. They'll be able to click on that notification and or go to Google Meets, and I'll show you how it pops up there to make life simpler. That way, they don't have to log into everything to get to it. All right. So I already did a video on how to change your calendar, your Google Meet calendar to the link to match your Google Classroom code. If you haven't seen that, go back and check it out. But to set up a calendar event, all right. Right now, see, I have my class reoccurring at 8 o'clock a.m. Every day. I need to change this when I figure out what days I'm going to do asynchronous. But I'm just doing synchronized classes right now until I kind of get a handle of what students are good at and stuff like that. So if I wanted to set up a Google Meet, oops, sorry. All right, so this is an event. Actually, let's do it for later today. So maybe that'll help me be able to show you some other stuff. All right, so this is going to be class practice. Let's just show that up there. All right, so then you can click add Google Meet video conferencing. All right, so once you click that up, it's going to give you a default code. All right, and I already, like I said, already made a video on how to change that code to your Google Classroom. But if you want to go ahead and do this while you're making it, I'm not entirely sure how to do that. But let's go ahead and show this real quick. So if you want to repeat this, or you can set up how long you want the class to go. So this one's obviously not going to be all day. It'll be from 11:30 to 12:30. Okay. And then it says it can set it up for weekly on Thursday, monthly on Thursday, annually. We can do it every weekday, or you can set it up as custom. All right. So let's say you're going to do your asynchronous days on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Not asynchronous. I'm going to say synchronous. So those are the days that you and your students are going to meet. All right. And repeat every week. Okay. So done. That's set up. All right. So now that's going to give them, if you set this up and they RSVP for it, it will let them automatically add it to their calendar, and it will give them notifications. Speaking of the notification, right here, you can change the notification. So 10 minutes before is default. All right. Let's say I've got first block, and I want the students to get two notifications. And so I have them getting a notification 30 minutes before, and I also have them getting one that's 10 minutes before. If you just want it to be 5 minutes or whatnot, you can do that. All right. So this right here is just an indicator of what you are at that time. And I have my calendar marked as busy because I'm going to be busy with students during that time. All right. So now that already has a code set up and everything else. All right. There is a way to add participants. You go ahead and click here. And if you already have your guest list set up, so right now I have a contact list set up for my students and parents that are fall 2020 contact list. All right. So that's going to automatically add those folks to it. All right. And so let's say click save. Okay. Actually, I should probably take these folks off just so nobody gets a crazy email. All right. So we'll click save. All right. So now that automatically has that event set up for those days, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, every single week, 11:30 to 12. All right. So now that I have that set up in here, let's see, I may have to refresh this, but look, if your student logs into Google Meets, there's a couple different ways you can do it. The easiest way to get to Google Meets is to come over here and scroll down and click on Meet. All right. So now it's going to have class practice at 11:30. And it's going to show up on this kid's calendar or this student's calendar just like this every single day. So if you have multiple teachers and multiple classes, your first block class will show up right here. So my students and me as well, when I log in the morning, it says basic ag right here. And all I have to do is click on that and it'll take me to that meeting. And then if your students had multiple stuff going on, I didn't mean to click out of it, but if they have multiple stuff going on, it'll show all of it right there. All right. and then they can just click on whichever class or whichever event or whichever meeting they want to click on that day. So that's how you set it up through calendar. Like I said, I got another video that shows how to change that code so to match your Google Classroom code. That way the kids can go in through Google Classroom, they can go in through Google Calendars, they can go in through Google Meets directly, and it'll show up all of their classes and events once they RSVP. It'll have every single class they have on there. And also as a teacher, if you have another meeting, it'll slide that slot in there for your other meeting. So just a very convenient way to do it. I'm assuming most people have already had it set up this way, but just in case, I wanted to share that little bit of information with my fellow teachers. All right, thank you. Any questions? Hit up the comments, and I'm gonna every time I learn something new about this stuff, I'll share it with you. So please be sure to subscribe, and then it automatically notify you when I put something out.